The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Pairin Srisom. Chapter 20. The Trials of Porter. Tom soon began to wonder why his longed-for holiday was not as exciting as he had hoped. A cricket came after it had gone. The boy had a cricket of that of intense made of old legs. The price of admission was 3 pence for boys and 2 for girls. After 3 days, their cricket was given up. There were some boys and girls parties, but they were so few and delightful that they only made the impress between harder to bear. Bunky Thatcher was away with her parents, and so there was no bright side to live anywhere. Tom fell ill. When he had recovered, he wandered down the street and found Jim Holly's action as Jude in a cove composed of children. He was attaining a cat for murder. In the presence of her victim, a bird. Murder was the chief subject of conversation in the village. For the murder train come on it called. Tom took Hook outside to have a talk with him. It was be a drive to answer his tongue. Moreover, he wanted to assure himself that Huck had not betrayed the secret. Huck, have you told anybody about that? About what? You know. Oh, of course, I haven't. Huck, they could fetch you to tell. Could tell. Fetch me to tell. Why, if I want that half-breed device to kill me, they could be for me to tell. As twilight drew on, they found themselves hanging out in neighborhoods of the little person, and they did as had often done before. They gave Porter some tobacco and matches toward the bars. They felt very cowardly and tearless when Polly said, "You have been very good to me, boys. I often say to myself, I used to make all the boys kiss and things and show them the best finishing flakes, and befriend them when I could, and now they have forgotten me when I am in trouble." But Tom hasn't, and Huck has. Shake hands. Yours will come, Dot, the birds, but mine too big. Life hands and wait, but they have helped me a lot, and they have helped me more if they could. Tom went home miserable, and his dreams that night were full of morals. The next day and the day after he hung about the church. At the end of the second day, the village talk was that Redskin Joe's evidence stood firm and unchanged, and that there was not the slightest doubt what the jury's verdict would be. Tom was out late that night and came to bed through the window. He was in a state of great excitement. It was hours before they got to sleep. All the village flocked to the cove the next morning, for this was to be the great day. After a long wait, the jury took their place. Soon afterwards, Porter Place and timid was bought in and says were all curious eyes could stare at him. No less, no scabbard was Reskin Joe's event face that the jest and the sheriff arrived. The usher whispering among the lawyers and the gathering together of papers follow. These details and the accompanying delays gave an impressive sense of expectation. Now a witness was called who said that he found Porter washing in the stream at an early hour on the morning when the murder was discovered, and that he immediately left away after some questioning. The lawyer for the prosecution said, "Examine the witness." The lawyer for the defense said, "I have no questions to ask him." The next witness described two findings of the knife near the body. The lawyer for the prosecution said, "Examine the witness. I have no question to ask him." Porter's lawyer replied. A third witness swore that he has often seen the knife in Porter's possession. Examine the witness. Police lawyer refused to question him. The facts of addition began to show anyone's. Did this lawyer mean to throw away the prisoner's life without an effort to save him? Every detail of what occurred in the graveyard that memorable morning was described by trustworthy witnesses, but none of them was cross-examined by police lawyer. The lawyer for the prosecution now said, "By the act of citizens whose worth is above suspicion, we have shown beyond all possibility of doubt that this awful crime was committed by the prisoner." A groan escaped from Porter, and there was a painful silence incurred. The lawyer for the defense rose and addressed the judge. "Your Honor, in our remarks at the opening of the trial, we show that we intend to prove that the prisoner did this fearful deed while under the influence of drink. We have changed our mind. We shall not offer that excuse." Turning to the clerk, he said, "Call Tom Sawyer." Everyone in court looked both amazed and puzzled. Tom, looking rather frightened, rose and took his place up on the stand. He swore to add, "Thomas Sawyer, where were you on the 17th of June, about the hour of midnight?" Tom grinned at Reskin Joe's iron face, and his tongue refused to move. The audience listened breathless, but the words would not come. After a few moments, however, the boy got a little of his strength back, and he managed to put enough of it into his voice to mark part of the crowd here. "In the graveyard. A trifle round the place. Don't be afraid." "You were in the graveyard?" A confused smile passed across Reskin Joe's face. "Were you anywhere near house William's grave?" "Yes, sir." "Speak up a trifle louder." "How near were you?" "As near as I am to you." "Were you hidden or not?" "Hidden." "Where?" "Behind the trees, on the edge of the grave." Reskin Joe gave a slight start. "Did you carry anything there with you?" Tom hesitated and looked confused. "Speak up, my boy. What did you take there?" "Only a dead cat." "There was some letter which the judge checked. We self-produced the remains of that cat as evidence. Now, my boy, tell us everything that occurred. Tell it in your own way. Don't omit anything and don't be afraid." Tom began hastily at first, but soon his words flowed more and more easily. With part lift, the editions listened to his terrible late, and as the doctor brought the board down and Potter's fell, Reskin Joe jumped with the knife and crashed. As quick as lightning, the half-breed sprang towards a window to his rear. Dot or who tried to stop him and was gone. Tom was a hero once more, the pet of the old and the every of the young. His name was even prince for the village newspaper reports. The past he had played. Tom's days were days of glory, but his nights were seasons of horror. Reskin Joe was present in all his dreams, and always with a fatal gleam in his eye. Nothing could persuade the boy to go out of doors after sunset. Poor Huck was in the same state of terror, for Tom had told the whole story to the lawyer the night before the trial, and Huck feared that his share in the matter might be found out, since Tom's conscience had driven him to betray his of Huck's confidence in the human race has practically vanished. During day, Potter's gratitude made Tom feel glad that he had spoken, but at night he wished that he had said nothing. Rewards were offered. The country was just, but Reskin Joe was not far. The days went slow by, and each day Tom felt a little less afraid.